Good afternoon, students. Good morning, students. Sorry for my bad. So today we are going to start with defining missions, goals, and objectives. Now, what all is covered under this chapter unit? The definition of mission, importance of mission statements, characteristics of mission statement, components of mission statements, and so on. So let's talk about mission. Now, when we say mission, what do you understand? There's some task given to us. A mission statement is an enduring statement of purpose. A clear mission statement is essential for effectively establishing objectives and formulating strategies. Now, this is nothing but a task given to us. Can I say in that words? In short, the mission describes the company's product, market, and technological areas of emphasizes in a way that reflects the value and priorities of the strategic decision makers. As Fred R. David observes, mission statement is also called a creed statement, a statement of purpose, a statement of philosophy, etc. It reveals what an organization wants to be, whom wants to serve. It describes an organization purpose, customers, products, markets, and so on. Defining a mission. Now comes in definition as the essential purpose of the organization concerning particularly why it is in existence, the nature of the business it is in, and the customer it seeks to serve and satisfy. Now, these are all the management workers. Hunger and Whelan simply call the mission as the purpose or reason for the organization's existence. Now, a mission can be defined as a sentence describing, again, the same term which we have discussed in the introduction part. Now, let's take the example. Now, Randbox C. Now, see, what are all of those? These are what the industries, and they are termed as mission because it is an organization of a company. Now, the first one is Ranboxy Petrochemicals. To become a research-based global company, Reliance, though we have heard, Reliance is what? It is a global chemical business and also in industry fixtures like infrastructures. ONGC to stimulate, continue, and accelerate efforts to develop and maximize the contribution of the energy sector to the economy of the country. All of these companies are giving some economy to the country. Cadbury India. It is what to attain a leadership position in confectionery market and achieve a strong national presence in the food drinks. Same way Hindustan Lever, McDonald's, all of you have must heard about McDonald's. McDonald's is what? A customer fast food, na? Now, most of the above mission statements set the direction of the business organization by identifying the key markets which they plan to serve. Till now, we just discussed definition of mission. Now let's talk about importance of mission statement. Now, mission is what? An organization and purpose given to that organization. Now, what will be my importance in that? The purpose of the mission statement is to communicate to all the stakeholders inside and outside the organization what the company stands for and where it is headed. Now, what are the importance factors of it? It helps to ensure anonymity of purpose within the organization. It provides a basis or standard for allocating organizational resource. It establishes a general tone or organizational climate. It serves as a focal point for individuals to identify with the organization purpose and direction. It facilitates the translation of objectives into tasks assigned to responsible people within the organization. It specifies organizational purpose and then helps to translate this purpose into objective in such a way that cost, time, and performance parameter can be accessed and controlled. Now, characteristics of a mission statement. A good mission statement should be short, clear, and easy to understand. It should therefore possesses the following characters. So importance were only five or six of importance are there. Now let's talk about characteristics. Now see, there's a term called as good missions. Now good mission statements should be short, clear, and easy to understand. So let's talk about it. Not lengthy. A mission statement should be brief. It shouldn't be like a big three or four sentences, like a paragraph in short. Clearly articulated. It should be easy to understand so that the values, purposes, and goals of the organizations are clear to everybody in the organization and will be a guide to them. Broad but not too general. A mission statement should achieve a fine balance between specificity and generality. Inspiring. A mission statement should motivate readers to action. Employees should find it worthwhile working for such an organization. It should be relevant. It should arouse positive feelings and emotions. Reflect the firm's worth. It should reflect that how much the firm is successful current. Here, let's talk about this part. As Peter Drucker points out, very few mission statements have anything like a life expectancy of 30, let alone 50 years. To be good enough for 10 years is probably all one can normally expect. Means you shouldn't think about that mission statement that it should lie for 30 years. It should be a mission statement for around 50 years or above that. It should be unique. It should be enduring. It should be dynamic. Now, dynamic means what? It should have promising growth directions, and the less promising ones. Basis for guidance, customer orientations, a declaration of social policy. Now, a declaration of social policy means it should contain its philosophy about social responsibility, including its obligations to the stakeholders and the society at large. Values, beliefs, and philosophy. Now, your firm should stand for what? Values should stand for company philosophy. It is called as company greed. Now, let's start with this. Components of a mission statement. Mission statements may vary in length, content, format, and specificity, but most agree that an effective mission statement must be comprehensive enough to include all the key components. Because the mission statement is often the most visible and public part of the strategic management process. It is important that it includes all the following essential components. Basic product or service. What are the firm's major products or services? Primary markets. Where does the firm compete? Principal technology. Is the firm technologically current? Customers. Who are the firm's customers? Now see, components of mission statements. So essential components are needed what? Primary market is needed, means from where we are going to start and how many firms are competing with us. For example, let's talk about Idea and Reliance. Now, we all know for idea, the reliance is the competition. But right now, if I'm talking about in this condition, for Reliance, all three other telecom companies like BSNL, Idea, and the other one is Airtel. All three of this are have a competitor, that is Reliance, that is Jio. Same way round, Principal Technology is the firm technologically current. Now, at what place the principal technology is working? Is it the higher technology or the middle one? Customers. Who are the firm's customers? Means how many customers do I have in my firm? Who are those? Means what are their ranges? Do they belong from 18 to 24, 24 to so on? A specific category, whether they are female or male, and so on. Concern for survival, growth, and profitability. Is the firm good for survival, or will it increase further, or will it have profit? Company philosophy. What are the basic beliefs, values, aspirations, and ethical priorities of the firm? Company self concept. What is the firm's distinctive competence or major competitive advantage? Concern for public images. Is the firm responsive to social, community, or environmental concerns? Concern for employees. Does the firm consider employees to be the valuable asset? You should know all of these components. Concern for quality. Is the firm committed to highest quality? Now, few cases are there where the quality doesn't matter. In that firm, quantity matters. Like an example, if we talk about, are there some examples in these cases where quality doesn't matter but quantity matters? After that, formulation of mission statements. There is no standard method for formulating mission statements. Different firms allows different approaches. Same way, now see, if I'm talking about Reliance, I'm talking about Tata, all of these firms are different and have different approaches. If I'm talking about automobile industry, it will have a different approach. If I'm talking about telecom industry, it will have a different approach towards our generation, towards the future. As indicated in the strategic management model, a clear mission statement is needed before alternative statements can be formulated and implemented. It is important to involve as many managers as possible in the process of developing a mission statement because through involvement, people become committed to the mission of the organization. Now, what are they saying? They should be as many as managers because if they are having managers, they will get involved. Eventually, the involvement will be there and people will be committed to the mission. Therefore, now how are they formulated? Let's see. The mission is inherited. The founder establishes the mission, which may remain unchanged down the years or may be modified as the condition changes. Now, mission is inherited means it's going on and on and on. Like Reliance petrol pump industry, it was founded by some other the main Ambani group. So it was just established and it's going on and on and on. And condition changes means they have included the telecom partner, they have introduced the groceries and so on. In some cases, the mission statement is drawn up by the CEO and the board of directors or a committee of strategists constituting for the purpose. Now, mission statement Means whatever the statement you're going to have, it is drawn by whom? CEO, that is Chief Executive Officer, and Board of Directors. Engaging consultants for drawing up the mission statement is also common. Many companies hold brainstorming sessions for senior executives to develop a mission statement. Soliciting employees' views is also common. According to Fred R. David, an ideal approach of developing a mission statement would be to select several articles about mission statements and ask all managers to read this as a background information. Then ask managers to prepare a draft mission statement for the organization. A facilitator or a committee of top managers merge this statement into a single document and distribute this draft mission statement to all managers. Then the mission statement is finalized after taking inputs from all the managers. Means what is it saying? That how do we develop a mission statement? You need to read several articles and ask all of this manager to read its background. And when manager starts to prepare, a committee of top managers, there are general managers, staff managers, and so on. So committee of top managers merge all of this statement into a single document and then distribute this draft to the managers. Decision on how best to communicate the mission to all managers, employees, and external constituency of an organization are needed when the document is in its final form. Some organizations even develop a videotape to explain the mission statement and how it was developed. The practice in Indian companies appears to be a consultative participant route. For example, at Mahindra and Mahindra, workshops were conducted at two levels within the organizations, with corporate planning group acting as facilitators. The State Bank of India went one step ahead by inviting labor unions to partake in the exercise. Satyam Computers went one more step ahead by involving their joint venture companies and overseas clients in the process. Now let's talk about mission of two global companies. And those global companies are IBM and FedEx. So at IBM, what happens? We strive to lead in the invention, development, and manufacture of the industry's most advanced information technology, including computer systems, software, and storage system, and microelectronics. We translate this advanced technology into value for our customers through our professional solutions, services, and consulting business worldwide. Mission statement of FedEx. FedEx is committed to a people service profit philosophy. We will produce outstanding financial return. Now see, here it was totally related to software, that is to the computer system, that is to the technology. Where FedEx is what? It is related to financial returns by providing totally reliable, competitively superior global air ground transportation of high priority goods and documents that require rapid, certain delivery. Now, FedEx is a people service. It is like the post office, but in terms of financial returns, means your the your return is what? Air ground. global, or superior. Now, evaluating mission statement. For a mission statement to be effective, it should meet the following 10 conditions. The mission statement is clear and understandable to all the parties involved. The organizations can articulate and relate to it. The mission statement is brief enough for most people to remember. The mission statement clearly specifies the purpose of the organization. This includes a clear statement about what needs the organization is attempting to fill, who the organization's target populations are, how the organization plans to go about its business, that is, what is its primary technologies are. The mission statement should have a primary focus on single strategic thrust. The management statement should reflect the distinctive competence of the organization. The mission statement should reflect attainable goals. It should reflect values, beliefs, and philosophy of the organization. Now, the next topic is concept of goals. Now, goals and objectives are used in variety of ways, sometimes in a conflicting sense. Now, you can understand from this, goal is often interchangeably used with the term objective. Let's wait for a while till you all understand what all till we have studied till now. We started with mission, then vision, then objective, then goals. Goals. Goal is often interchangeably with the term objective, but some authors prefer to differentiate the two terms. A goal is considered to be an open-ended statement of what one wants to accomplish with no quantification of what is to be achieved and no time criteria for its completion. For example, a simple statement of increased profitability. This is just a goal, not an objective, because it does not state how much profit the firm wants to make. If there is a specification, then it will be a objective. Otherwise, it will be a goal. Objectives are the end results of planned activities. They state what is to be accomplished by when and should be quantified. For example, increased profit by 10% over the last year is an objective because here why is it is called as objective, because here is a specification that profit has increased by 10%. Now, stated versus operational goals. Operational goals are the real goals of an organization. Stated goals are the official goals of organization. See the difference. Operational goals are real goals, whereas stated goals are official goals. Operational goals tell us what the organization is trying to do, irrespective of what the official goals says. The aim are official goals generally reflect the basic philosophy of the company and are expressed in abstract terminology. For example, sufficient profit, market leadership. According to Charles Perrow, the following are the important operational goals. What are operational goals and their importance? Environmental goals, output goals, system goals, product goals, derived goals. So all of these are example of importance of operational goals. Now objectives. Objectives are the results or an outcome of an organization wants to achieve in pursuing its basic mission. The basic purpose of setting objectives is to convert strategic vision and mission into specific performance target. Objective functions as yardsticks for tracking an organization's performance and progress. Characteristics of objectives. Well stated objectives should be specific, quantifiable, measurable, clear, consistent, reasonable, challenging. It should contain a deadline for achievement. For example, if you have a deadline, let's say of one year, you should achieve your objectives till 1 year. Communicate it throughout the organization. Role of objectives. Objective plays an important role in strategic management. They are essential for strategic formulation and implementation because they provide legitimacy, state direction, aid in evaluation. Now, evaluation for what? So, whatever the products you're going to achieve or how your firm is going to work, in that format, the evaluation will be there. Evaluation of 1 year, evaluation of 2 years, or evaluation of both the years. They create synergy, reveal priorities, focus coordination, provide basis for resource allocation. They act as a benchmark for monitoring progress. They provide motivation. Nature of objectives. The following are the characteristics of objectives. Hierarchy of objectives. Now, hierarchy of objective means it is what a multi-divisional form means. It will start with two or three components and it is leading down such in such format that it should establish for the overall company as well as the division. Objectives are generally established at the corporate, divisional, and functional levels, and as such, they form a hierarchy. The zenith of hierarchy is the mission of the organization. The organization at each level contribute to the objectives at the next level. Now see, nature of objectives include hierarchy of objectives, long range and short range objectives, multiplicity of objectives, network of objectives, and so on. So let's discuss this. Long range and short range objectives. Organizations need to establish both long range and short range objectives. Means in which format are they saying? Let's take an example. If you're having a food company, in that company, if you just started a startup, in that a long range objective will be for 5 years, your food company should have a specific profit in your in your firm. And short range is what? A s- let's say right now you're having only 5 people visiting to your food company. So it should increase to how many? Let's say for a month 50. This will be a short range objectives. And what about long range? For 1 year, or let's say for 6 months, your long range will be 1,000 or above the 1,000. See, long range means more than 1 year, and short year means 1 year and less. So in this format, short range objectives spells out the near term results to be achieved. By doing so, they indicate the speed and the level of performance aimed at each succeeding period. Multiplicity of objectives. Organizations pursue a number of objectives at every level in the hierarchy. Objectives are likely to be multiple. Now, hierarchy definition was what? It is established where? At the corporate level, divisional and functional level. So here is this thing. Now, network of objectives. Objectives form an interlocking network. They are interrelated and interdependent. Now, interrelated means what? If you're having networks, that is interlocking network, they will be interrelated and interdependent. The implementation of one may impact the implementation of the other. So as they are interrelated, means they are interrelated with each other in your inside world. If there is no consistency between company objectives, people may pursue goals that may be good for their own function, but detrimental to the company as a whole. Therefore, objectives should not only fit but also reinforce each other. See, if I'm talking about two company objectives, people may start, if they are not interdependent or interrelated, they will have a specific different goals. Correct? As observed by Kunz et al., it is bad enough when goals do not support and interlock with one another. It may be catastrophic when they interfere with one another. See, it is bad enough when goals do not support and interlock with one another. It may be catastrophic when they interfere with one another. Now, this chapter is done, this unit is done. What all did we study in this unit? We started with mission statement, then importance of mission, definition of mission. Then after that, let's give a quick summary what all we studied today. See, we defined a mission. It is the essential purpose. Then after that, importance of mission, characteristics of mission, components of mission statement, where we understood primary market is the lead one, formulation of mission statement, how do we formulate a mission statement, who formulates the mission statement? It is either the CEO or the company, the executive. Mission of two. Now here they have given us an example how the mission of two global companies are there. IBM is what? A financial company type, whereas FedEx is a public service company where we need financial returns or the transportation is given to us. Evaluating mission statement. Now after that, mission and goal is there. Goals is for concept of goals and objectives. Now goals and objectives are both different terms in some conditions. Goals doesn't specify what our need is. Like if I'm saying the profit is done, but profit of what? Of how many years? Here we don't have any specification. But if I am saying profit is of 10% for about 1 year. Here I am giving a specification that profit has increased up to 10%. For how many year? For about a 1 year. So it will be a objective. After that, stated versus operational goals. Now stated goals are what? Those are the official goals, and operational goals are the real goals. Don't forget about that. After that, examples, importance of operational goals, we study objectives, what are those objectives, and characteristics of objectives, role of objectives. Then after that, nature of objectives. In that nature of objectives, we studied hierarchy of objectives. Hierarchy means what? It is at which level? Corporate, divisional and functional levels. That's why. Now, long range and short range objectives I have explained you. Multiplicity of objectives, networks of objectives. That's it. So, all of you understood today's lecture. I will stop over here. Thank you, everyone.